we need youth football. We need young players to play. And Mr. Harford did suggest to us he's able to take his sponsorship and bring it under the umbrella of TTFA and run the youth league in the zones first, and then the top teams next year will go into first division in 2 age groups and the second division, and the teams that don't make it will go back into their zones. In saying that, the zones will have to play their role even more next year, because Mr. Harford is doing it for them. He's finding the money. He is organizing it for them. The zones next year, we will have a national youth league where the 2 divisions hopefully may be played here, because by then we should have 4 practice fields and a stadium field. Am I correct to say that?
Yes.
So you can play all day Saturday. This thing about a game has to play 4 o'clock in the afternoon. No, you can play at 8, at 10, at 12, at 2, and at 4 on 4 fields. So you can nearly play all the football here or use the other stadium. Use Larry Gomes, use wherever we can play. So we will have a national youth league with a first division, a second division, and then zonal teams, where the zonal teams will have the opportunity to move up. I would say it needs to be at least 3 spots. At least 3 spots. Give them a real chance. Give a team a real chance to come through the zones. And we have asked the Pro League, even before they decided on their program, this is what we are doing. Because national football, youth football, was played with only one group of players. Our base was very small when it came to competitive football. So what we did was to grow competitive football. Pro League teams can take part in it. Where they come in was discussed. They'll have to come in with discussions with our executive before any. I would not make a decision, but we did have deep conversations on where they will come in. But we are hoping they will be part of us. We are really hoping they'll be part of us, especially when we have seen what has happened with the Pro League. A lot of their youth teams come from where? They come from the academies. That's where they come from. So I am saying, if they're coming from there anyway, then they need to be part of our youth development program when it comes to competition. And there's going to be a first division and a second division. So one league will be more competitive than the other. And you have the opportunity, like any other league, to go to the top, or if you struggle, you go down a division. Well, this TTFA happens to run football in Trinidad and Tobago. So we will make the decision, they will make a decision if they will do it or not. If they don't do it, this is going to go on. So now, an academy doesn't have to play if they don't want to. There's going to be an option, and we are giving them the option. Especially when we know the Pro League teams have been crying because of finance. You know how many players we lose? Because it's not a big enough base, or they don't play in a Pro League team. We lose so much talent that may go in a different direction. They may not even play football. So in saying this, hence the reason for this, and I have to say more of a meeting, and I hope this would help with some clarity, and will also give you an idea of our long-term development plan. Because it is a long, I may not be here when it comes to reap the fruit, or Coach Dennis, especially head coaches of national teams. So in saying that, but if it's in place and there's continuity, players will grow, and there's a place for them to grow, and we must set it up.